Extra, we're back with another entry. But before we get into today's topic, I'm gonna apologize to my subscribers and viewers and thank y'all at the same time. Life is real, so it's hard to pump out the content right now, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna thank you guys for subscribing constantly to the channel at Jonda's Journal. In the words of the super producer Timberland, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Let's get into the topic. Over here at Jonda's Journal, we're huge on not watching things in a docile state. The things we watch are media, movies, the news. We read books and we let things go over our heads. Well, if you're not in a docile state, you can catch these things. Today's topic is about more parallels from Marvel movies and what Marvel through comics are trying to tell us. I implore you to watch this video if you haven't, to be brought up to speed on how we catch things, to be brought up to speed on what Marvel via comics is trying to tell us. The last parallel we received was from Marvel Avengers. This parallel today is going to come from Marvel Thor Ragnarok. Let's get into it. At Jonda's Journal, we don't discriminate on what you believe in, your religion, or things of that nature. We simply point out parallels as we see them, and we point out the obvious when it comes to racism or the Jonda's views of North America. I have strong reason to believe that in the movie Thor Ragnarok, they were telling us about the 12 tribes of the children of Israel that were mentioned in the Bible. Let's get into the evidence. Exhibit A. In this scene, Hela tells Thor that this painting represents a story, but underneath this painting / story is the true painting / story, and she smashes it and reveals something. But notice, doesn't this look familiar to you? Doesn't this painting look like a holy painting by like Michelangelo or somebody like that? This is an image of a real ceiling of a real church somewhere in England. In the original painting / stories that were first presented to Thor, it was like Odin made peace with all the realms and everything was all rainbows and butterflies. But when Hela tells him the story, she explains that her and Odin conquered the realms through warfare with a special army. Hela and Odin seem like a dynamic duo out of the Bible. But which dynamic duo had a special army in the Bible? Was it Moses and Joshua that conquered other nations with a special army called the Israelites? Yes, because that's exactly what was reported in the book of Joshua, chapter 12. Exhibit B. In this scene, Hela has to awaken her army to regain control of them with the use of something referred to as the eternal flame. But where else did we hear of a special army being awakened? We hear about it in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter and the 10th verse, that reads as follows. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. That's where we heard this before. Put the tomato down. I can show that the Israelites were a special army. Wait, And I quote the book of Exodus, chapter 7 and the 4th verse. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. End quote. And put the tomato down. Put it down. Don't even pick it back up. Have I failed you yet? Man, keep on watching Jonda's Journal. You a smart crowd, man. Bear with me. You know how we rockin'. I'll be your tour guide, Jonda's Journal, as we move on to Exhibit C. On the left, we have Thor telling his people, the Asgardians, when their home planet was destroyed, that they are always a people before they were a place. Where did we hear that from? Geographically, there's a place called Israel, in the place where Canaan was, also known as Jerusalem. Let's get on with this. In the book of Genesis, the 32nd chapter and the 28th verse, we see that Israel was first a person, and it reads, "And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed." End quote. That about does it for all of my evidence. But do you see the reason I believe that Thor Ragnarok by Marvel was telling us the story of Moses, Joshua, and the Israelites in a roundabout remanufactured way? We saw the special army being awakened. We saw that Hela and Odin conquered realms just like Joshua and Moses conquered other nations. And we also saw that Asgard was a person before it was a place, just like Israel was a person before it was a place. But like we always do at about this time, it's time for us to part ways. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section because I value you guys' opinion. Do you see things the way I see it? Or are we just blowing smoke over here at Jonda's Journal and Marvel movies aren't trying to tell us anything and I'm just reaching? Leave me a comment. Talk to me. I talk back. If you liked today's video and learned a Bible verse or two, hit the like button. You know where it is. If you want others to see the parallels between the Bible and Marvel movies and history and Marvel movies, hit the share button. I don't mind. If you haven't already, subscribe. Until next time, peace.